Live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this. This is your WWE Backlash 2016 review. I am LK from KocoSports, and I'm joined by my partner in crime, who I hope didn't do anything criminal during this show, Sammy. How are you doing today, partner?
Doing good, man. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. Looking forward to breaking this down. And obviously, everyone knows it's a win-loss tie system here at KocoSports. So straight off the bat, what'd you give it? Win, loss, or tie?
Tie? I liked it.
It was like part of the shows I was like, yeah, this is awesome. And the other part, I'm like staring at my phone, like wondering why Twitter's so boring.
Yeah, I did the same exact thing. I cooked through 2 or 3 matches. But when it was great, it was great. But man, they didn't do a good enough job making me give a damn about most of these matches.
Yeah, I mean, you could blame it on the build. I guess you could do that. I was happy that, certain things happened. And obviously, I don't want to give any spoilers out because we break it down in case someone's watching, like, oh, I watch it match by match, break it down properly. So we'll do that properly. But we'll start with the pre-show. We have Apollo Crews, Baron Corbin. And this is happening because of a backstage argument because they weren't on the show. Why not? You could have had Corbin attack Crews last week, but no, we'll just have them argue backstage because, it's what we do.
Why do that if for the last couple of weeks you've been building up Baron Corbin going after Kalisto, and then all of a sudden, for no reason, you're going to have him go up against Apollo Crews?
Maybe Kalisto was on the other tour, maybe. Because are they doing proper split house shows now? Because I know that Raw are over in foreign countries and obviously SmackDown in America. But I don't know. I mean, Kalisto wasn't even on this show.
No, at all.
So you could have had Apollo Crews versus Bray Wyatt. I think everyone would have preferred that instead of Kane. And then had Kalisto versus Baron Corbin in the opener.
I'd have taken it.
A match, though, to be great, we're taking the mick here. But the match itself, I thought, was pretty damn good, and I was pretty pissed off it wasn't on the main show.
Yeah, honestly, they probably could have switched out the Redemption Tag Team match with this, and I'd have been happier, because I thought this was a better match.
I liked it. I loved his... I'm not really a fan of Corbin, but I loved his deep six and that nasty knee in the end of days. I thought that was really, really good, and my expectations for this were like, holy shit, I've got to watch this because of this show, but coming out of it, I was like, holy fuck, that was actually really good. So, good job, Corbin. I didn't think I'd ever see you having a good wrestling match, so very good job, bless you.
Yeah, I've went back and I've watched a lot of his stuff. Like, I watched his match again with Samoa Joe. I watched his other one he had with Corbin on one of the takeovers. He's still green. He's still really green. He shouldn't be on the main roster, but the kid's got talent. They just need to let him blossom. He should have stayed in NXT for another year or two.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe he's wrestling Ambrose, wasn't he, a couple of weeks ago? Now he's wrestling Cruz, Kalisto. They're all different shapes and sizes and different styles. And I think he's got himself a decent arsenal. He's got that deep six, which I really like. I like the end of days. I like the Lone Wolf. I like his entrance, the whole lighting. I think that's all really well produced. So I might turn the page here. I might give him a bit more of a chance.
Yeah. I'm right there with it. Good thing freaking Boom Boom and Koco aren't here with us right now, because they hate that guy, and they would be ripping us apart right now. But they're not here, so fuck them.
Yeah, exactly. They're not here. If they want to come, this is where you see them pop up now, and you just see them kicking us on the thing, isn't it? Anyway, back onto the main show now. I thought that the video package with Shane and everyone saying Backlash, I thought that was actually a really nice done package. And I'm going to say this as I say every single WWE show, whoever makes these videos, they do not get paid enough.
This is one of the things that makes WWE shine. This is one of the things that makes them so much more stand out than every other wrestling promotion, including Lucha Underground, is that their vignettes and their packaging and their video production is second to none. It is more than a mortal man, but less than a god.
Well, yeah, we start off with Shane and Daniel Bryan to come out just because we want to give it that SmackDown feel. SmackDown pay-per-view, I mean the SmackDown TV show. I really didn't like that. They literally came out, they ran down the matches, and then said, oh yeah, the match is taking place right now. I thought, okay, they're going to come out, they're going to discuss the Randy Orton situation, because beforehand it was all on Twitter, everyone's going, blah, 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 is Randy Orton wrestling, he's not medically cleared. So I thought, okay, he's going to come out, but they didn't. They just ran it down. I'm thinking, what the fuck's the point in that? Anyway, 6-pack elimination match. I hate the name 6-pack, because it just, if you say to a casual fan, so run me down the card, please, okay? Well, we have a 6-pack elimination women's match. oh, is this where we see who has the best abs? Like, come on, just do a six-way elimination match. It's not very difficult. Jesus Christ. And Naomi's entrance. I'm sorry if anyone out there has strobe lighting problems. I do apologize. I sincerely do apologize. Her gear, her shoes, pisses me the fuck off.
It's awful, dude. It is fuck awful. I can't stand it. Like, it wouldn't bother me nearly as much. It's just too goddamn long. It feels like it goes on forever.
I mean, her theme song was bad before, but now they've remixed it up. It's a fucking joke.
It really is. I can't.
Anyway, well, there was a "This is awesome" chant over a Tower of Doom spot. Grinded my gears already. But the match itself wasn't bad. I mean, Naomi did that nice springboard crossbody to the floor. Mm-hmm. They did that nice. She done a blockbuster as Natalia at the powerbomb spot. I thought that was nice. Mm-hmm. I didn't understand why they kept breaking up each other's pins and submission attempts. Mm-hmm. I really that baffled me a little bit. But Nikki eliminated Natalia. Then Carmella rolls Nikki up to get the win. I like that because you getting heel heat on Carmella, and then you get Nikki and Carmella in the feud at No Mercy. I like that a lot. Carmella, by the way, has the worst super kick in the history of pro wrestling. Like, she needs to go and buy the Young Bucks some new shoes. that literally, she is awful.
Yeah, I mean that super kick isn't great. You know who I was probably the most impressed with out of this match?
Go on.
Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, I agree. Who's she dressed up as?
She was dressed up as Harley Quinn. Like, she totally saw Suicide Squad over the week and decided she was going to dress up like Harley Quinn. Which, okay with them.
Everyone was on Twitter like, oh, I can't believe she's dressed up as that bird. I'm like, I haven't seen that film. Is it a good film?
I have not seen it yet myself, which I should probably get my comment card revoked from me. But I'm a huge DC nerd, so I'm really familiar with Harley Quinn, but I've heard the movie just isn't very good, unfortunately.
Well, fair enough. Well, matches this match. No, I'm joking. Well, Lynch gets the win with the Tasama, eliminating Carmella last. Dude, part of me liked this, and part of me didn't. I'm happy that Lynch got the belt. I may not be the biggest Lynch fan. I may have got in trouble in the past for being a bit too douchey. But in the end of the day, I just don't care. Like, to me, I was annoyed Bliss didn't win, because when she came out, I thought, fuck, she looks fucking awesome. Like, I wanted her to win. She didn't win. I'm like, Lynch is going to win. Who's she going to feud with next?
That's my biggest question come out of this. Like, the match wasn't terrible. There are some good spots that I really liked that we just went over. I think everyone's problem was that, the ladies division on SmackDown looks weak. It's not strong. And I think they kind of proved that wrong. I think they do have enough there to do several stories at once with the ladies. But where the fuck are we naturally going to go next? That I don't know. I
mean, looking at it logically, you're going to have Nikki and Carmella. Okay, so so you can rule them out.
Yeah.
We've already seen Natalia and Lynch 16,000 times.
Yeah.
You could have Naomi heel, or you could do Bliss and Lynch. I mean, Bliss Lynch, just for a B pay-per-view like No Mercy, get her experience in a women's championship match. I don't see anything wrong with that.
I'd take it.
If she wrestled like she did tonight, I love those double knees that she does. It really is splendid to watch.
Those double knees she does are really great, and she has that, like, off the buckle sunset powerbomb. She did it twice in this match, but it looks crisp.
The Code Red she does, where it's kind of like she did it once to Nikki Bella and then once to Natalia. Yeah, that was really nice. I do like that. We have backstage where Bray attacks If You Build a Sports Entertainer from the ground up Randy Orton by trapping his ankle in the door. Every time I see Orton hurt, as part of my heart breaks. Maybe that's why I'm a bit in a dapper mood. Maybe I'm a bit annoyed that Orton wasn't on the show. But we'll move on to, in my opinion, one of the most worst excuses for a professional wrestling match of all time. And I don't care how good this match, because I refuse to watch it. We have the Usos versus the Hype Bros in a second chance match. So let me get this straight. This is the logic of this. The Usos attack the winners of the semifinals. And because they did that, they viciously attacked, which is against the rules. You shouldn't do that. That's bad morals. You reward them with the match that they lost back again. So
it makes no fucking sense.
So why didn't the Vaudevillains attack whoever they lost to? And then they could have been in the semifinals. And the fact that the Hype Bros lost as well, and they're there. The fact that Mojo Rawley is on pay-per-view is a fucking joke, and it's over. My favorite person in the ring, I looked, and it was Charles Robinson.
That's
the fucking...
we said the exact same fucking thing. When me and my buddy were watching it, we're like, "Can we just mark out for Charles Robinson for a little bit because this match is fuck awful."
If it wasn't for this amazing, beautiful device, if it wasn't for this, I wonder what I would have done to myself if I would have to carry on watching that. That could have saved my life because that was fucking awful. I don't even care how good it was.
It was so bad. I cooked steaks through that entire match. I did not watch that match. I watched bits and pieces as I was cooking, but for the most part, I couldn't tell you most everything that happened because I can't stand the Usos. And them being heels just absolutely does not work for me.
No, I don't care. I see them as the Bashams.
Yeah, they are, I think, I don't, like, why are you going to make them heel when you just brought in the headbangers who could be heel? Like, when this brand split initially happened, I thought, okay, Raw's going to get the same writers they have, and they'll bring up some of the other writers for SmackDown, and then it'll be better. Something happened, because it seems like SmackDown right now has Raw's old writers, and Raw has some of those really great NXT writers. Because at least Raw is making more logical sense than some other shit that happened tonight too. I do not understand why this match had to take place.
I can see why, because obviously they didn't. If they rewarded, if they did this logically and they rewarded whoever Slater and Reiner the tag belts, then Slater would have got his contract. He wouldn't have had this amazing moment. So I can see what they're doing, but they could have had every team who lost back in for like a battle royal or something, because it's not really fair on the other teams who lost. Just because they lost in the quarters, or doesn't mean I just find that bullshit. But anyway, we'll move on from that. And the best thing about this was when the bell rang. I looked at my phone. The bell rang. I looked up, saw the Usos, looked back down, and thought, "It's over. It's over. It's over." Yeah. If anyone in the comments can help us out, if that was actually a good match, or if it's worth watching. Oh wait, you don't need to tell me if it's worth watching, so I'm not going to watch it anyway. But
sorry, guys, I'm not doing it.
I don't care how much anyone pays me. I refuse to sit down. But what I will pay to watch, it's not. It shouldn't be legal to watch that match. But we'll move on to the next match. We have the IC title line. We have the Miz versus Ziggler. Pre-match, Miz cut a brilliant promo on Bryan, basically saying he wants more pay. He's the IC champion. You need me more than I need you. Stop being a bitch. And then just gets in Bryan's face and says, "Hey, look, I'm going to go out there and wrestle. Glad you can too. Oh wait, you can't." Like being a complete obnoxious piece of shit, and I loved it. I am becoming a Miz fan more and more by the week.
Dude, Miz is the most underrated heel in WWE, and he's one of the most underrated heels in wrestling right now. He's really fucking good. His in-ring ability isn't bad by any means. People want to shit on him for that because he does wrestle that quote-unquote safe style. But he's done his, especially here in the last 3 or 4 weeks, dude, he's on fucking fire. I am with you. Like, I've never hated The Miz. Well, you hate him like you hate a heel, but I've never, dude, I'm right there with you. And this match reflected that. I thought this match was pretty damn good.
Yeah, I thought it was I give it, because when I take my notes, I usually give a start so I can kind of star rating at the bottom so I can see what kind of, if I'm going positive or negative. I gave it 3 1/4, 3 1/4, 3 1/2. I thought it was actually a really, I was surprised because, I think in my mind and on the preview, because if you guys didn't notice, I previewed every single match singly. I said during this that we've seen this about 15,000 times on pay-per-view alone. So I was kind of like, oh shit, I kind of not really interested. I don't really give a damn. But when they came out, I'm like, okay, good promo. Let's see what we can do. And like you said, Miz does wrestle that safe W style. And I'm not going to, say, no, he wrestled this different style. He wrestled the same style he wrestles every single night. But what he did is, it looked like he put more effort. He put more effort in. And the selling from Ziggler's leg, I thought helped. Everyone always disses Ziggler for his selling, but I think he sold just the right amount. I love the figure 4 and the camera shot where Ziggler's crawling and scraping to get to the ropes. Well, that was brilliant. The super kick nerf 4 I thought was really good. I loved how Maurice sprayed whatever it was in Ziggler's eyes to get the win. So not only going to put heel heat on her, but putting even more heel heat on him. And you kind of, even though I don't really care if you do or not at this point in juncture, they still kind of protected Ziggler. And, dude, Ziggler's going down the Bertie road. And I really do think that Ziggler's going to be the next one to go. Unless they're doing this losing streak and then after this, tragic loss to, Heath Slater or something. Actually, no, Heath Slater's better, but after, a tragic loss to someone, he's just going to snap and go full heel. I can see that story. It's either that or
he's gonna wait till the end of his contract and then jump over to Ring of Honor or TNA because that's where everyone's going right now.
Yeah, I mean, Ziggler could go to TNA. I think he should go to New Japan though. I want to see Ziggler Okada.
He would be great in New Japan. But like the main thing about this match is, and all your old school like hardcore wrestling guys that, I have a bunch of friends like this, and a lot of the people that review wrestling is and with anything in life, you always want it to be like it was when you enjoyed it the most, which is they're like, oh, it's got to be this way with wrestling. It's like, oh, I got to do it with wrestling is be entertained. But what they always say is that it has to feel like a fight, and that's when it's the best. This match actually felt more like a fight to me. Like I felt like they weren't just going to go try and entertain us; that they were going to try and show each other up, which plays into Ziggler's, his character. So that works really, really well. And again, it absolutely put heel heat on The Miz because heel should always cheat to win. That is my theory. Always cheat to win.
I agree. I did enjoy that. That was, if it wasn't for the main event, I would probably say that could be match of the night. If it wasn't obviously for the main event, I thought it was well paced. Got given the perfect. If it was any longer, I thought it'd be too long. Any shorter, it'd be too short. Perfect length. And it was just enjoyable. And I also, one spot I forgot to mention was when he did the powerbomb onto the top rope and then did a spin and did a sit down. That was beautiful. I've never seen him do that before. That's really nice.
It was really fucking cool. Like this match was, if people are going to shit on this match, I would ask them to go watch it a second time because I think they might have had blinders on. This match was really, really good.
If it wasn't for this halfway through the show, I think I would have given the show a loss. This kind of kept me going, so to speak. Especially over in England when it's 1 to 4 a.m. in the morning, it kind of kept me going. It was kind of that little boost of energy there. It was like a Monster energy drink. Then we have Bray Wyatt. He comes out, okay? Orton's injured. So Bray Wyatt asks the ref to count to 10. The referee counts to 10. The bell rings. Wyatt wins by forfeit. That's not good enough, okay? So not only do you have, Randy Orton putting Bray Wyatt over, you have the ring announcer come out. He goes, we're having a no-holds-barred match against this man. Silence. You're like, Luke Harper, John Cena, Nakamura, Samoa Joe, Kane. I was like, oh, fuck. Like, bless his cotton old socks. I mean, the guy's what? He's in his, 49, 50, and he's still in good shape. Dude, and he had a decent match. The match was, he went from Orton... He went from Orton, which to me, I even said in the preview video, I'm fucking pumped for this, because even though the story building up sucks, I think the match would have been great. Mm-hmm. You go from Orton to Kane. Your heart just goes... I felt like my heart did stop.
It's my problem with it. Like, again, we watched the match. The match isn't bad. The crowd wasn't into it, and when the crowd's not into it, that's always going to give you problems as a performer. It's going to be like, well, do I fucking try harder to get him into it or I just keep skating by? And I felt like they actually put a lot of effort into it. From a storytelling standpoint, having Bray Wyatt lose and having Kane come out, because he's beaten Kane clean before. What the fuck was the point of this match?
The way I saw this was, if we have Bray Wyatt just get the win, there would only be 5 matches on this show, and 5 matches can't fill out 3 hours. We scraped 2 hours and 40 as it is with 6. Imagine that match cut. I mean, you couldn't add anyone else because there was no one else. There was no one else there.
No, like they could have, even then they still could have used Kane and made it logically make more story sense. Have one of the GMs come out and go instead of having the announcer go like, "Look, we saw what you did to Randy Orton. We saw the video, man. You can't deny it." But you mean if you want the win, we'll give you the win. But if you want to face him again and prove that you can actually beat him, then you've got to win this match tonight. And you've got to beat it against this guy. He specializes in this kind of thing. Then have Kane come out. Because then that puts emotional investment on us. I go, so if we do want to see an awesome Randy Orton, Bray Wyatt match, then he has to win tonight. And that's cool. Otherwise, it's like Bray Wyatt is the opposite of John Cena, where John Cena is like, law Cena wins. It's law Bray loses. He just always fucking loses. It kills me.
Right, so the purpose of this, okay, was simply to get Orton hit that RKO in. Okay? Why didn't you have Bray Wyatt hit the Sister Abigail, 1, 2, 3, Bray Wyatt wins clean? Then have Bray Wyatt do that thing where he gets on his knees, he poses with the lights out, the lights come back on, he turns around, Orton RKOs, and slivers out like he did. Simple. That didn't take that didn't take any scientific brain surgeon to come up with. That's just off the top of the head. It was so simplistic. But these imbeciles who you don't need to get Kane over. Kane's over because he's Kane.
Yeah, he has the work to get put over. He's in that transition phase. He doesn't. Bray Wyatt really could have used this win. I guess that's my biggest problem. And they've decided to not give it to him.
And then in theory, you're having loser Orton on pay-per-view at SummerSlam versus loser Bray Wyatt. He couldn't even beat Kane at Backlash at No Mercy. So you're kind of like, why am I invested in two losers? Bray Wyatt couldn't even beat Kane.
Yeah, there was a lot of storytelling problems with this match. As good as the actual match itself was. I didn't feel like it was a no-hold-bars match. For the most part, I just felt like there was a lot of weapons, or not even a lot of weapons. There was just some really good weapon spots. But they both did really good. This is one of the better Kane matches I've seen in a really long time. I had no emotional investment in this.
No, there was no need to care, but, it filled time, so it did the trick. Then we'll move on to some... After this, I thought we had two really good matches. We had the Usos in one of the best matches they've had since 2010 versus... No, I'm joking. The last good Usos match was probably Money in the Bank 2013 against The Shield on the pre-show match. I remember that being really good.
I forget what pay-per-view it was, but they had a 2 out of 3 falls match with Luke Harper and Eric Rowan, and that match was really good.
Was that was a Money in the Bank, wasn't it? I think a few years back.
It might have been Money in the Bank. If you know which one it is, let us know in the comments. But I remember that match jerked the curtain, and it ended up being probably the best match of the show.
So it is possible. This though, the story was brilliant. Like, we've been dissing the storytelling and the writing and the creative all showed. This was brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
The way this match was laid out was brilliant. The crowd super behind Slater. The hot tag to Rhino, I think, was perfect. Like, the heat that Slater got, I thought that was fucking superb. There was a couple of good near falls, and then when Rhino finally hit that gore, and then Slater, he could have easily just, ran over, because it's his moment, ran over, but he didn't. He slowly turned, and as he slowly got even closer, as he got even closer, the crowd's getting louder and louder and louder. That was magnificent storytelling. Slater, give yourself a Dave Koco Barry Horowitz, because that was fucking superb. And then when he won, definitely agreed. And then when he won, there was for a few seconds a "you deserve it" chant, so I kind of cringed out and thought, oh no, hold my ears. But he got a great crowd reaction minus that, and then he cut a good funny promo, and you could see how much it meant to him. And that's what wrestling's all about. That moments like that where you can look in his eyes and think, you know what, even though it's only the tag titles, that's how much it means to him. That's special. I want to watch that kind of thing. That's what championships are meant to be. And even though, the championship don't make the wrestler, but I think that win could, make Slater's career. And I'm hoping for that. I really am. I think the guy's great. I can't really say anything negative about the guy.
No, man, his promo skills are good. He's really funny. He sells really, really well. Him and Enzo, I think, are two of the best sellers in hot tags right now in the business. And and even with every belt that exchanged hand tonight, and with Kevin Owens a couple weeks ago, you can genuinely tell how much this meant to them. It wasn't just, here's the belt. It was Cena won it for the 16th time. It meant something when everybody won it, and I really dig that. And he'd had him eaten right out of the palm of his hand, because I thought the same exact thing when he was just crawling. He could have been and he'd got the same exact pop, but he knew, let's get them more emotionally invested.
Yeah, that was superb. That was I love little touches like that. Love little touches like that. What was I going to talk about? That was it. Yeah, back to my original point of, it's only a championship belt. The way, the championship make the wrestler, I think that the more that the wrestlers celebrate like this, I think that helps the title's value. Even though they're giving it to lower people down in the card, when fans see the wrestlers react how they react, in my eyes, okay, look how Slater's reacting to those SmackDown tag team titles, even though it's going to Heath fucking Slater. In my eyes, shit, those belts must mean something if a grown man is crying over them. So even though it's okay, they're I can picture people going, oh, Heath Slater, why would you have them as your first tag team champions? Look what it meant to him. That made me think, holy shit, that belt must mean something, otherwise a grown man wouldn't fucking cry.
No, I 100% agree with you. They've done a pretty good job making it feel like these belts are important again. Like except for the Intercontinental Championship on this match, but Miz is doing his own thing with it right now, and it works. But yeah, all the belts tonight. And my little sidebar I'm going to put over here right now. I think all of the SmackDown belts aesthetically look better than all of the Raw belts.
It's probably because they're new. They're fresh.
They're new, and like even my buddy that was watching with me tonight is, he's got a degree in graphic design. He was telling me, like, yeah, those colors just work together better. The complementary colors are better. They meld better. And plus, that really dark blue speaks to me. But yeah, I think they just look better. I mean, it is nothing new. Don't get me wrong. I think you're 100% right. It helps that they're new, but they're more aesthetically pleasing to the eye.
We'll go with that. One belt that's not aesthetically pleasing to the eye is the WWE Championship, as that was on the line as Dean Ambrose faced AJ. Dude, the pacing was phenomenal. No pun, it actually was pun intended. AJ working the left leg was superb until Ambrose just completely no-sold it towards the end. So the whole 10 minutes of AJ working on the left leg was for no reason. Ambrose, you stupid piece of shit. One thing I didn't like was the stupid spot that AJ took where Ambrose catapulted AJ and he just literally like flew into the LED board. I think they need to stop doing that and stop doing apron spots. I really don't like them. One spot I loved was the AJ Pele and then Ambrose hit the ropes, and as he bounced back, he hit that like lunatic clothesline. The match ended when the referee bumped. AJ kicked him in the cock, which I thought was superb storytelling. Because one simple thing, Ambrose did the thing on the ropes where he kept doing it to AJ's cock. This is payback. Payback for that kick in the cock. Stars clash. 1, 2, 3. AJ Styles is fucking WWE World Champion.
We were living in a world where AJ Styles and Kevin Owens are the champions of WWE.
Let that sink in.
Yeah, just let that sink in. Let's still take like a 3-second moment of silence to think about that. That's fucking incredible. That is mind-blowing. Fuck you if you were like a year ago going, they're going to be champion. Like, no, you weren't. Fuck you. Stop lying. It's like the same people that are like, I guess the ending to Fight Club in like 15 minutes. Eat a dick. No, you didn't. You were a liar. And yeah, dude, man, to get back off that rant and onto this match, I'm really enjoyed this match. And y'all know I'm not a Dean Ambrose fan, but I will give credit where credit is due. And he did pretty damn good in this match, but it was clear AJ was leading it. He was leading this dance. But I mean, he showed up. He had some really cool. There was one spot where AJ was sitting in between like the second and third ropes, and he was hanging off, and Dean Ambrose like diving, double kicked him off of it onto the floor. That genuinely looked like it fucking hurt. That was pretty cool. The pacing, like I said, the pacing was great. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And let me know if y'all noticed this too, or if it was me just being a little more nitpicky. The crowd was booing Ambrose several times.
Yeah.
So I'm not crazy. Like, that was pretty evident.
I was shocked on Twitter because I'm thinking I feel like I'm one of the only human beings alive who don't like Ambrose, who don't like Enzo and Cass, and who don't particularly enjoy Becky Lynch. Okay, so I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to go on Twitter and I'm going to get heat. And it wasn't. Okay, it wasn't. It was, let's go AJ, let's go AJ. It's not the fact that they're booing Ambrose, it's the fact that let's fucking have AJ win here. I think that's the purpose of this match, is for AJ to win. Who gives a fuck about Ambrose? I mean, his title reign's been worthless. But one thing that I absolutely loved about this, and this doesn't happen ever in main events in WWE, ever. Mm-hmm. One finisher was all it took.
That's true. I didn't even think about that. There was one fucking finisher. Well, okay, I'm going to play devil's advocate for just a sec. Do you want to consider the calf crusher a finisher? Because he has one with it.
No, yeah, but it didn't matter because Ambrose stopped selling the leg halfway through. So in essence, the whole point of that was for that move, but it didn't mean anything because Ambrose stopped selling. It's like if Ziggler didn't sell the leg, that figure 4 would have meant nothing. Mm-hmm. But he sold the leg. I my hatred on Ambrose is simply I find him overrated and boring.
I know.
I've literally same as Enzo and Cass. I think they're entertaining. I think they're on the mic. They're absolutely out of this world, like 5 stars. In the ring, they bore me. Becky Lynch, the way she's been positioned, I find her boring. I can't help the way I feel. I mean, I was having an argument with a friend. He's like, "Oh, but Becky Lynch is talent. She's got nice suplexes. Her technical work is great." I'm like, dude, I don't give a fuck. If I find her uninteresting, I find her uninteresting. You know, it's all about emotional investment. I don't connect to her character.
Yeah,
I don't think
I like Becky Lynch. She's not my favorite, but I completely get what you're saying because Steve Blackman was a fantastic wrestler, and he was so fucking boring that they made that part of his character.
Dude, he wasn't actually that bad. He wasn't actually that bad, was he?
No, he was a pretty damn good wrestler.
Bless his cotton socks. Who would have thought in a Backlash 2016 review, Steve Blackman would be fucking name dropped? Unbelievable. But yeah, I mean, it was just like, it was one of the moments where when he hit the Stars Clash, I was thinking, oh, he's going to kick out. He's going to kick out, and then Ambrose is going to hit the Dirty Deeds, and then AJ is going to kick out, and then we're going to have another finish spot. Yeah. But it wasn't. And I literally, it was one of those moments where I got up and I was kind of like punching, like, do you know when you like punching, you're like, yes, and then you start like tense, like, yes, come on, you fucking, to the point where your arms start to ache, and I was like, oh, I need to stop doing this now. I'm not a spring chicken anymore. I'm getting old and battered. So I was just like, yes, but that's what I wanted from this show. I wanted to see AJ walk out champ. I wanted to see a good match of Miz and Ziggler, which I got. So as a whole, if I'd say to people who kind of haven't watched Backlash yet, I would say watch the pre-show match because you'll be happily surprised. Mm-hmm. Maybe watch the women's match if you're a fan of women's wrestling.
Yep.
Miz Ziggler, Uso, Slater, and Rhino. Maybe if you're not a fan of the wrestling, maybe just skip to watch the finish. Mm-hmm. And AJ, minus the Ambrose selling in the middle because it's a fucking joke. So overall, looking at it, you know, strong tie. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, oh, this was shit. We just went through pretty much the whole card and said it was worth watching. So when I come to think of my weak tie, I think I'll give it a strong one. Because even though most decisions were shit, I actually just pretty much ran down the whole card and said, watch it.
And that's, I mean, I guess that's all you, at the end of the day, really need to do. I'm going to change mine from a tie to the weakest of wins. Because the matches were good, but the storytelling was fuck awful on a lot of matches.
Yeah, I'll let you have that. We'll get to some live comments time, and this is where we get a bit loosey-goosey, less serious, more chilled and relaxed. So we have Crazy J-Ray. He gives it a tie. It looks like everyone here is a tied a weak win. Andrew 1000, that's Andy Apps. Andy Apps, I'm sorry, bro. It's 4:30 a.m. in the morning. Let me off there. Weak win. AJ winning gave it that boost. Yeah, I can imagine. Did they use a smaller ring tonight? Because it looks smaller. That's from Crazy Jerry. I think it's just the different camera angles that SmackDown uses.
Because the camera is more up.
Yes.
Whereas they notice they don't use a lot of hard camera on SmackDown, and I just think it makes that 20x20 square look a little bit smaller. Yeah,
but I think though that it helps. Sometimes some of the shots when they're on the floor makes it look even more bigger because I'm used to being up in the air now. Paul Way, or however you say his name, I do apologize. He gives it a tie. Crazy Jerry. When I first hear them say a 6-pack match, I was like, "What the fuck is that?" Yeah. Frank Forsaken puts, "Congrats to new champions tonight. Well deserved for Lynch and Styles especially." And he gives it a weak win. Lynch and Styles winning gold saved the show. Yes, just imagine this: if we came out with Ambrose winning, and say Nikki Bella winning the women's championship, I don't think we'd be as kind on it. So I think we're being a little bit douchey, but you know, sometimes we deserve this moment for all the shit we've been through. We deserve this moment. Everyone watching this show right now, you've sat through 15 John Cena title reigns, 7 Batista title reigns. You sit there and be a happy chappy. Even if Raw and SmackDown suck, who cares? We're going to come on here with a smile on our faces because Diet Owens Diet, and sorry, I have to piss people off, and AJ Styles are your fucking world champions.
I mean, it's
Wrestling Ranted, I sent him a message about fucking 11 a.m. this when I woke up if he wants to do a show. Okay. I'll let you off there. I was about to burst your balls there because I invited him on the show. And then he didn't. He said no because he was at a dinner, and he's not. He's saying tuning into the show for a bit before I head home to see what Backlash was like. It looked like a match that would be on Saturday night's main event. Right, here we go. Wrestling Ranted trivia question: is AJ Styles the first man to ever hold the IWGP, TNA, and WWE World Championships?
I couldn't tell you hardly any TNA champs, and it sounds like a trick question, so I'll say no, but it's probably yes. I don't fucking know.
I think AJ is. AJ is, yeah. I mean, TNA, I mean, IWGP, you've got Lesnar from W right now. You got Nakamura, but he isn't W World Champion. You know, I would probably say yes. Unless you classify Nakamura. No, because Nakamura wasn't TNA. So yeah, I'd go AJ. I'll go AJ. No.
It's
Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle won the W World title. He won the TNA title, and he won the IWGP Championship. So Wrestling Ranted, nice try, you little son of a bitch. I got you there. Mohammed, I'll just call you Mohammed because I don't want to slaughter your second name. The one poster who posted a perfect world with all the 3 SmackDown Live champions on one photo should get given a pat on the back. I do agree. That is just, it's just crazy to think that AJ Styles right now is the fucking world champ. It hasn't properly sunken in yet. It's scary how one result of a wrestling show can change your mood.
I know, right?
Like, because, dude, what didn't I send you a message saying I'm too tired, I'm not doing this? Yep. But AJ won, and then I literally said, fuck it, setting up now, didn't I? I sent a message saying, fuck it, setting up now. Forsaken puts, I never thought Vince would ever put the company's top title on Styles since he made a name for himself way before WWE and especially in TNA. That's very true. I'm really shocked. But in the end of the day, if the crowd are connecting to the guy, what the fuck can you do? You have no choice. And we all take the piss out of Vinnie Mac, the old toilet. But in the end of the day, it's business. And he ain't that much of an imbecile.
No, he's not nearly as dumb. He makes bad booking decisions, but he's not nearly as dumb as people want to think he is.
Nah, I think he's a dumb cunt, actually. I do apologize.
I gotta apologize to me.
Edward Mohan, he talks about Giants did it. Giants are...
Go G-Man! Fuck the Cowboys! Ugh! Okay.
American football reference, I'm guessing.
Yes, sir.
He puts fuck the Cowboys, whoever they are.
Fuck the fucking Cowboys.
The Bullet Club is taking over the wrestling world. That's from Andy Paps. That's fucking shit. You got Adam Cole as your Ring of Honor world champ.
Yep, Adam Cole.
You've got
Kenny Omega
AJ.
going for the IWGP. AJ. Like Lucha
Baylor was Universal.
Yeah.
TNA, who's TNA? TNA, fucking hell. When you have to think who TNA World Champion is, that's embarrassing. I've been watching TNA weekly and I forgot who is.
I have no idea who it is right now.
Dude, it's Lashley. It's Lashley and he's having a fucking amazing run. Like, not joking. Andy Paps, the Lethal Weapon Steve Blackman should be Hall of Fame 2017.
I'm voting for him. First ballot.
Antium Bishop 07 Backlash proved that the Bland Spirit isn't that much different than how it was. Answer to trivia question is Kurt Angle. Yes, I got it right. Boom. Yeah, I actually, I'm going to be honest, I liked this brand split pay-per-view because it wasn't all of the wrestlers, like it wasn't Rollins, it wasn't Reigns. So now I've seen the SmackDown. Now I can look forward to in only a few short, like 2 weeks, to Rollins and Owens, and it Reigns Rusev, because ladies and gentlemen, Rusev is going to cost Reigns the match on Monday or tomorrow, and if he doesn't, I'm gonna have a hissy fit. And I swear to God, if Reigns gets into that 3-way, I swear to God, tomorrow night on that Raw review, I'm going to come out here and burst. I'm gonna fucking burn the thing down. Oh, Andy Paps puts, did anyone watch Delete or Decay? I did. I thought it was absolutely magnificent, and I saw Matt. Did you? Is TNA had Delete or Decay?
Is that the newest saga of Broken Matt? Because I have not seen it then.
Oh, I did watch it. It's fucking magnificent. I won't ruin it for anyone who hasn't watched it. But what Matt Hardy is doing is basically Senor Benjamin has gone missing. And he went to WWE headquarters at Decay today, and he posted a selfie of himself outside the WWE headquarters and put McMahon's headquarters. He knows who could have stole Senor Benjamin. It was absolutely fucking hysterical. So yeah, and he also puts, I'm actually excited for Bound for Glory. I'm going to be honest, I am too. I mean, Lashley versus EC3 could be great. Drew Galloway versus Aaron Rex, which is Damien Sandow, could be great. I mean, the Hardy stuff right now is awesome. The X Division's kind of getting a bit of a reboot. Yeah, I mean, I'll give TNA props. More importantly, the thing is, the reason why I try to watch it every week is they put so much effort into their show. Like, even if the show does stink 3/4 of the time, it's nice to see actual effort in the show.
They're trying.
Like, I'm not even normally for 3 hour and 15 minutes Raw, I use 5 pages of notes. Okay, for TNA, which is 2 hours, I do the exact same pages of notes. That's how much effort. So they're cramming in 2 hours what WWE put in 3 hours and 15 every week because they're putting more effort. And I just like it. I just wish that the wrestlers got given a bit more time in the ring. But I'm a nerd. What can I say? I like my wrestling, you know. But no, thank you everyone for live. Thank you for everyone for live comments, by the way, guys. We do appreciate it. I'll read every comment post show. I'm actually very happy of how quickly we did this, Sammy. I'm actually very happy. I can actually get some good sleep, which means I'll be able to ready you to rock and roll for the Raw review tomorrow. We have a secure guest with Ras and Ranted. Sammy, you joining the show as well?
I work late, so it depends on when y'all start.
It'll be live after.
Yeah, and I probably unfortunately won't be able to make it.
Just message, and then I'll give you the link. So if you want to come on during comment time and just give your thoughts on the show.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, if not, then there's obviously no worries. You can also obviously now the way Koco structured it, if there is literally any time, even if there's a show that, just say for instance right now, you didn't join me for this Backlash review and you wanted to do a Backlash review, if you review it, send it to me and I'll literally upload it as a Sammy Slaughterhouse.
Cool. I mean, well, I can do them live now, which is cool too.
Yeah, it's because it's so much simpler. It's easier.
Yeah,
so much
it's simpler. A lot simpler. Well, hell, we did that the other night because you did. I forget what you did, and then right after you left, I did Lucha Underground right after that.
Yeah, me and Ranton did a retro live commentary on Savage versus Steamboat at Mania 3.
How great is that fucking match?
Dude, that it hasn't dated. It literally it hasn't dated at all. Spectacular. Everyone go watch that and watch the retro live commentary as well. And literally, I'm not even joking. If you go on the KocoSports channel right now, since last Tuesday, the amount of content uploaded, I dare you to find any other YouTube channel in the world that has that much content on. I'm not even joking. You got an NXT review, Lucha review, every single Backlash match previewed, CWC review. I did a 20 years ago live retro commentary. It's all there, guys. So just hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, drop a comment on what you thought of this show. From myself, from Sammy. Make sure you all stay safe. Make sure you all stay well, because I tell you what, it's a absolutely fucked up world out there. But more importantly, we'll be both catching your asses down the line.